Now, KLBK Sports Connection with Faith Douglas.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your KLBK Sports Connection. The Lady Raiders had a packed house today for their matchup with the Baylor Bears, but this weekend had some special appearances in the crowd. The last 5 decades of Lady Raider basketball players were in town to celebrate and honor the 30th anniversary of the 1993 team, who went all the way to the national championship and won it. And of course, this team was led by head coach Marcia Sharp and now former WNBA player Cheryl Swoops, who was the first player to be signed by the WNBA and was a 3-time MVP, as well as going to the Olympics 3 separate times in her career. For the current Lady Raiders, though, they hosted the Big 12 opponent Baylor Bears today, looking for a win in front of all of the alumna. And Jasmine Shavers for the Lady Raiders gets things kicking off here with the first points of the night to steal, and she goes coast to coast with a layup. Next up, Caitlin Bickle for Baylor nails a 3, and Baylor will lead in the first half 25-18. And then Jaden Owens again for the Bears here stops in the paint and gets the bucket, and they lead in the third quarter 47-38. And then for the Lady Raiders here, Shavers pulls up for 2, still fighting to close that lead. The Baylor Bears will take this one 79-59. There were a lot of fouls called the whole game, and head coach Krista Gerlich talks about the toughness that counts here.
And that's why they have to be even more mentally tough. They got to be even more physical. It's just a thing where, they got to continue to fight. They got to continue to try to get on the floor, get every 50-50 ball, like make a hustle play in some sort. Like I was disappointed that we didn't take more charges. Like we take a lot of charges, and I think we took 1 tonight. And so I think that shows you, that we weren't rotating quick enough. We weren't willing to step up and on those drives and hold our position to try to take that impact.
Mark Adams and company down in Louisiana today taking on the SEC Tigers. LSU will get things rolling here. Trey Hannibal steals it, and he gets down the court for a layup, and the Tigers trail by 2 points after an 8-0 run. Texas Tech's Kerwin Walton drains a 3 here just before half, and Tech leads at half by 8 points. After half, LSU cuts down Tech's lead to 2 with this and 1 play by KJ Williams, and he gets fouled in the paint for the 3-point play, making it 45-43. He makes the free throw, and KO here will slam dunk to finish out the game. Obanor is now just 2 points shy of a 2,000-point career total, and Tech will come out on top of this one in Baton Rouge today, 76-68. This was the Red Raiders' first win in over a month in the Big 12 SEC Challenge today.
Most definitely a great win to get that losing taste out of our mouths, just to start that foundation. I mean, it's definitely a big win, but it's also just a testimony on how tough the Big 12 is. We're losing 1-2 possession games in the Big 12, and we go to the SEC and respectfully, we got to win. So it just shows that the Big 12 is really a dogfight, and every night you have to bring it. There's no days off. And I'm just really happy for the guys, that we finally, started heading to the back track.
This is KLBK's Kansas City Football Focus, sponsored by Nissan.
Kansas City Chiefs are hosting the Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow in the AFC Championship at Arrowhead Stadium at 5:30 in hopes to make it back to the Super Bowl come February 12th. The Chiefs and the Bengals have seen each other at this exact same spot last year, and the Bengals, though down by 11 points at half in the last game, came back in overtime to win by a field goal. The showdown between the 2 quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow, dates back to the regular season in Week 13 when the Bengals extended their win streak against the Chiefs to 3. Mahomes is coming off of a sprained ankle injury and looks to play in the rematch.
We've obviously lost this team 3 times in a row, and we've had great football games against them, but they've been able to beat us situationally at the end of games. And so how can we be better there? We know it's going to be a close football game. Every team you play in this position is going to be a close football game. But how can we be better situationally, that we go out there and we're able to execute on third down in the red zone and at the end of games in order to win against a good football team?